And you know, when I started this, when I did the proposal for this, it was just a sense of place because I have these paintings from Germany and the Elbe River. And then I read this article, and it talked about place, and it talked about how place really is something that has associations. And I thought, well, this is why I kept painting the Elbe River, because of my Germanic background. I had all these emotions when I was on the trip. This particular painting, which is called Deep Within the Memorial for the Murdered Jews of Europe, was all about, because it's so gray, it was really all about how I felt. It was about the emotions that I felt when I was in this memorial, which is for the Holocaust. And I felt when I was inside it, deep within it, the sort of the oppression that people must have felt who experienced the Holocaust themselves. It reminded me of my very emotional reaction to the Vietnam Memorial.
As a fellow artist, I was wondering how you came to be interested in the Elbe River as a subject for your paintings.
Well, I got interested really because the images in some cases, the colors, the clouds, the sunsets, were just really so wonderful for an artist. And all those colors and all those shapes. But in each case, it was a little different. So if we look at this one, which I called the Other Bridge, okay, so it's not the famous bridge in Prague, but what I loved about it were all the fall colors in the trees on this small island. And a little person walking on a path and the bridges in the background. So here it was just really about the colors.
I'm sure it's amazing.
You know, the reason I did that painting was I couldn't believe it. There was this, you know,
The crane one.
yes, the crane one. There's the Berliner Dome, the cathedral, and then this modern building and this crane. And everywhere I walked, cranes everywhere.
Because they're building.
They're
Very
building.
prosperous economy, so they can.
Yes, right. Midway, well, early in the trip actually, we went around an area where they call it the Saxon Cliffs. And it's an amazing vista. You go up 1,000 feet, and it's a park, a national park in this area in Germany. And all of these sandstone cliffs are so sort of remarkable. And you look down, and there's the little village, but it was the light. It was here. It was near the end of the day, and it was the way the light was coming in and the way the shadows were forming. So it was all about the composition.
Lovely. It's lovely.
And you know, all of them, I just had this deep sense of my Germanic roots when I was here. And so to answer your first question, I started painting one, and then it led to two, and it led to three. So
Okay.
Meredith Deitch,
Yes.
a friend, fellow painter, you bought those orange peaks.
Yes.
And
yes.
it would be very helpful to me as an artist to know what it was that made you so certain that you wanted to own this.
Yes. Well, you know, I'm drawn to paintings that are atmospheric and have a mood. And obviously also they have to be well painted. So what I liked about this was the palette. In general, I love your palette. I love your colors. And I love the way you treated the sky and the water. And since I'm an artist myself, I appreciate a certain painterliness when I see it. And it was just very, it set a mood. And that is what attracted me the most, I think.
What thrills me to hear you say that is when I was on the ship, moving along, that sort of describes what I felt. But this is awfully loose too, and fairly recent, and I call it pea soup. And working in the Ann Ponce studio on Fridays, one of the other painters there said to me, just stop, don't do anything else to it, it's perfect just the way it is. And then I thought, listen to that, because sometimes you can overpaint something.
Yes, yes. It's
So,
lovely.
Thank you.
Karen, when did you start painting?
I started painting around 2007 after I retired. And maybe a year after that, I did this palette knife painting right here.
That was one of your first ones.
It was one of my early paintings, and I really didn't, the first attempt I didn't like. So I scratched everything off the palette, which is the wonderful thing about working in oil. And it left a really nice, rich patina underneath that I could work with. And then I added stuff to it, and when I was finished, it was like, I really sort of like it. Diane is my beginning. Diane is the inspiration for everything I've done. You started me with oil painting.
That's
You
right.
really did, yes. And I am grateful to you eternally.
And you were brave and strong, and you went forward, which was a great thing.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm just really thrilled that you were here. I wanted you to be here. I wanted to know.
Well, when I saw that it was going to be a big, lovely show, I wasn't going to miss it at all.
Okay,
I wasn't going to
that's
miss it.
great. Okay, it just makes me very, very happy.